You, what is good, everybody? Good morning or good day, because I'm on the East Coast. So I would say good morning to you, or just good day for this Sunday, July 20th of 2025. Hope you, your family, friends, loved ones, all of that. I hope you all are having a very good, great, safe weekend, safe Sunday so far, or even Monday if you're on the other side of the globe and it's getting ready to be, Monday for you for the 21st. But definitely hope you all have had a fairly decent weekend so far. We're getting ready to prepare to walk into the last week of July as we're preparing for August to arrive soon enough. Well, actually, no, I apologize. We're like a week and a half out. Next week, the following week actually is the following. So this is we're I apologize. This is the second to last week of July, but yeah, gonna be looking to hopefully put some picks in for today's slate. These early games are starting soon in a couple of hours. As far as the MLB is concerned, most of the early games are between 12 and 1:30, and then we have a few 3 and 4 o'clock games and 7:15 p.m. game with the Tigers and Rangers here. So yeah, another Saturday losing day for me yesterday. Once again, a few of my picks missed by one. Some of the batters came through. A couple of the picks I should have round robin and I didn't. But I'm more so just trusting in a lot of the batters just to kind of go out there and handle business. Just saying screw it. Just like, hey, the data is pointing towards you. You all to go out here and handle business. And the thing is that it's just that one specific game that they don't do it. I actually had a pick yesterday that I'm gonna talk about in a minute. As I always say, go follow me over on Twitter or X. I will continuously call it Twitter at Vortex46 for most of my picks at least. I am a content creator. Been a content creator for 12 years now. More so focused on anime reaction videos and stuff like that. But I am also a sci-fi lover. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. I love shows like The Expanse. If you haven't watched The Expanse, go check it out. It's over on Amazon Prime. But yeah, pretty much sports related, MLB related, happens all the time, right? Where you put a pick in, the batters don't go out and do the job, or maybe if you do like I did the day before, I did a 2-leg. I had Joe Adell, Addison Barger down for 4+ HRRs because they haven't been doing it more recently. They've been struggling to find the ball and everything like that. And because it was them coming back off of the All-Star break on Friday, kind of felt good that they would go out here and actually handle business for me per this ticket that I placed over on DraftKings. Joe Adell handled business. He actually had 4 HRRs that day, but Barger did not. I think he only had like 1 hit or something like that, or maybe nothing. But with that, yesterday, guess what they did? What's up, fam? What's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well today. Welcome to the stream. But guess what they did yesterday? Guess what Adell and Barger did yesterday? Both of them had not only 4+ HRRs yesterday. Adell hit a home run, and I think he had 2 RBIs plus a hit plus a run. So that's the 4 HRRs that I needed the day before. But Addison Barger also too came through and did what I needed him to do on Friday. Did it yesterday, and congrats to the Blue Jays on winning 6-3. But Barger had 4 hits. Look at that, 4 hits. He got the HRR that I needed, but he also had a run. And not only that, but both him and Joe Adell had 5+ total bases. Look at that, right? So yeah, I posted this yesterday talking about how I needed them to do something the day before. They didn't do it, and they actually handled business that I needed them to do the day before for yesterday's games. So what can you do? What can you say? And yeah, my brother, one of my brothers is in the chat here. Put a stream. We actually did a 2-man collab for a home run. Schwarber to get a home run, and I actually picked Cody Clemens to get a home run. Cody actually had 3 or 4 plus HRs last night. That worked out for him specifically. He just didn't go yard. And funny enough, because me and my brother was talking on the phone, he was like, when he looked at the game itself, because it was Colorado versus the excuse me, came out of nowhere. It was the Twins versus Colorado. He had mentioned, like, oh, you're looking at McMahon. I was like, no, keep looking, but I'm looking at the Twins team. And he was like, oh, he pinpointed, oh, you're talking about Clemens. I said, yeah. But again, he name dropped. You remember, fam, you name drop McMahon. And I funny enough, I was looking at McMahon here on the stream yesterday, and I was looking at his stats even after the game, and I just didn't put him down. McMahon went out there and hit a home run. So had I decided to go with him instead of Clemens, the pick that we did would have hit. Swaggy, what's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well today. Welcome to the stream. But enough of my rambling. Like I said, a lot of my picks missed by one yesterday. Definitely on a losing streak currently. Like I actual like were, I've only hit on one ticket. I think like 2 or 3 times this week. So it's out of the multiple tickets. So it's not like I've had like 3 or 4 tickets hit out of like 6 or something like that. So today it's Sunday. Home runs are more than likely going to happen, right? So the one thing that I need to pinpoint that I definitely want to acknowledge as days of that are specifically happening for a lot of home runs that I've noticed specifically, maybe you've noticed it too, maybe you've seen other days during the week as far as MLB. Tuesdays for sure, because of course it's Dinger Tuesday. Tuesdays for sure, Thursdays and Saturdays. So every other day during the week, home runs are happening a lot. Roughly 20 plus home runs, per those days are happening a lot, maybe 25. You know what I mean? So Sundays are always fickle when it's pertaining to bets, right? As pertaining to the games, you don't know who's pitching it fully. You don't know what bat. A lot of times Sundays are days of rest for catchers. So that's why I'm saying, like, today's just another day where stuff is either going to happen or it's not. So for me, I've already got a pick in. I actually decided to, fam, you're here. I actually did a pick. I did send it to you and the rest of our brothers for a pitcher's strikeouts. I just took their projected strikeouts for specific pitchers. Decided to go with them specifically because I kind of feel like that they can go out there and handle getting these strikeouts. I'll talk about it. I did not post it. I did not share it on Twitter, but I do have a ticket for strikeouts today. But I'm still going to probably go light today. I'm going to do like 4 picks and maybe 1 or 2 single bets. So Swaggy, you said Friday home run bet for me now because of BetMGM. Nice. Hey, make it happen, right? So Fridays, like I've been stating constantly on videos and on streams, Fridays for me are my worst betting days. I only had 1 win on Friday. It was a 2-leg team total runs over that I decided to do. I'm going to look to do that again today because I do have Outlier opened here. And we're probably going to do that right now, just kind of get that out the way, and then we could just dive into what we want to dive into. So let's look at Prop Finder here. Let's go back to Prop Finder. Let's go to projections, because this is what I looked at earlier this morning, roughly a couple of hours ago. So sometimes when I'm on Prop Finder, sometimes when I look at the projection model for total runs over for squads, I look to see I look at the pitchers that are pitching and what possibly could happen. I'm probably, because I haven't done it yet for the month. I said I was going to do this month. I still haven't really done it. I attempted to do it on, I think, one team. I was looking to hopefully start at least maybe once a week for the MLB, a dog of the day, and picking a team that is the underdog to win against the favorite. There were a couple of times where I was leaning towards picking a team for a dog of the day, and it didn't. Just forgot, and every time that I did it, I think it was like 2 times now. I'm like 0-2 on forgetting to put the pick in, and yeah, a couple of the teams did indeed win. I just forgot to put the picks in. So hopefully today I can not forget to put a pick in for today. So I have a couple of teams that I am looking forward for the dog of the day today. I'll just name drop one of them. Is definitely the Nationals. So today for the 2-leg parlay that I'm gonna do over on Caesars, because I have like $2 over there. I'm gonna just use $1 on this ticket, like I did yesterday. So as you're seeing here, per the model, they have per prop finder. The model specifically here is for the runs over, right? They have that for this model here. The next model, and I also love, just to kind of pinpoint, I love too that they have specifically what they projected for yesterday and what their record was and all of that, and just for the all-time record for, and they're actually in the positive for the all-time record for, you know, the runs and stuff like that, what they projected, what actually happened and all of that. So I love that for prop finder. So the second model is I want to say that this model is once again for the potential runs, pitcher stats, and I want to believe that you can use this to, again, probably more than likely use this for a say a pick a team to win the game or pick an underdog to win. So like I said, per my pick, I'm leaning towards Washington because they're a plus 105. That's definitely a decent spot for value, right? But I'm also considering who was it? Let me just double check. I think it was either the Athletics or Cincy. So what I'm gonna probably do now, I'm up in the air about possibly taking Chicago for their team total runs again, because the only thing is that they dominated yesterday. They scored 10 runs, right? There's a chance that they may not score 4 runs against the Pirates. There's a chance. So the Nats are minus 102 on MGM. Okay. So again, like I said, there's a chance. Let me look at since you brought that up, I want to see. Okay, so ESPN Bet. Let me run the ESPN Bet real quick. Let me log in here, because I love the fact that I have multiple sports books. It really is better that you do multiple sports books so you get the best value. So let me log in ESPN Bet. Let me do the gotta make sure I do the enter your authentication number, code, however you want to say it. All right, MLB. So on ESPN Bet, Washington, they are a plus 110, while San Diego is a minus 120. I want to try to do this quickly because I want to just start looking into the player prop stuff. But as always, apologies for my laptop. It sucks. It's slow. I'm doing my best to try to work on saving up some funds so I can get a new one soon. Maybe, possibly. Okay, nice. Let me see. So you could possibly take the over. It's at a nice little spot of a plus 120. This is great. This is BetMGM. So let's see. Let me look at okay. So Nick Pivetta is pitching. His best value for strikeouts is technically 6, but that's over on but the second best is Caesars, is minus 160. It is juice, but hey, like I keep saying, it is better that you say, like say your normal is, a tenth of a unit, which is $10. Hey, you may have to put 5 to 7 extra bucks down, $15 to $17 to get a value return. because he just might go out there and get six. You know what I mean? He might go out there and get six strikeouts today. But let me look at let me see what if there's any what you call it against Washington here. Let me see. 10. Okay, so he's getting a lot of strikeouts. Last 10. So he did strike out Washington in a 1-0 win on the 25th. He's not allowing so many earned runs either. Okay, so this is automatically now kind of just like, okay, I may not take Washington for 4 runs today. Or the, should I say the underdog. Okay, so let me look at Toronto for runs real quick. So Toronto, the last 5 games, they're 3-2 of getting 4 runs or more. And they've hit 4 in both of the games for this series. So there's a definitely potential that they could get 4 runs today. But let's see who they're batting against. They're batting against Robbie Ray. He mostly gets, what, 4 or 5 strikeouts a game. Because I'm trying to kind of like rush through this pick real quick so that I can get to the player prop stuff. So he is getting strikeouts. And he's not allowing a lot of earned runs. So this is actually a good spot for him to possibly... He just doesn't have any head-to-head matchup stuff against Toronto. So there's one of 2 things are going to happen. He's either going to shut Toronto down for the first half of the game, roughly 5 to 6 innings, to where then Toronto may only score maybe 3 runs, maybe, in the back half of the game. Or Toronto's gonna get under his pitches and score runs on him. So there's, again, it's one of the 2 is going to happen. So I did not bet them yesterday. I considered it and I didn't. And they went out there and scored 6 runs yesterday. So, okay. Oh, okay. There, sorry, Swag. I'm just not seeing your comment. Okay. But, well, pretty much to answer your question, this game might be a low-scoring game. Now let me, this is why I love Outlier, because they give you some little bit extra info when it's pertaining to the pitcher being in the game. So yeah, when you're really looking at when Ray is pitching, as you see, the last 5 games, he only had 2 of those games. Well, no, excuse me. Yeah, 2 of those games where teams scored 4 runs against him. So the last 5, San Fran specifically have scored 9, 7, 4, and then 2, which was the 13th. So Toronto might lose this game. Again, might. There's no guarantee. But Barrios is pitching too. So he specifically, when he pitches, so 3 straight games of the opponent scoring 4 runs or more. So 3-2 the last 5 where teams have scored 4 more runs. But again, 3 straight games when he's pitched, the team scored 4 runs. So it could pinpoint, basically saying that it could possibly be where San Fran may just score 4 runs or more, maybe, and may win the game today. But again, there's no thing. So that gives you just that info. I personally just will probably stay away from the game and kind of just see what happens throughout once it starts. Because again, this technically could be a pitcher's type of a game today. Low scoring. Either the Giants are going to win or the Blue Jays are going to win. It just might just be a low scoring game. Okay, so there. Hold on. Come on, laptop. Come on, come on. Sorry, guys. My laptop just decided to... There we go. All right, so T. Rogers. When he's pitching. Okay, so the last 2 games, the under hit. But he's technically 2 and 3 to the under. Well, no. I apologize. Yeah. 2 and 3. When he's pitching. When he pitches, as far as the O's are concerned, 3 and 2 to scoring 4 runs or more. Let me see about the boy here. Same thing, 3 and 2. Well, 3 and 2 to the over though. Let's see, 2. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 1 to the opponent. Their opponent scoring 4 runs. Okay. It's Sunday. He's a... What is he? What is your boy? Let me look at this real quick. Is he a righty or a lefty? He's a righty. We bat better. My O's is my favorite team. We bat better against righties. Look at head-to-head here. So far during the season, 1 and 1 when scoring. Basically, 4 runs. Now, we scored 4 runs at home on the 27th against Tampa. But away, we only scored 1. And the under hit that game. Last season, same thing. They beat us. Wow. So 1 and 1 at home when it's pertaining to us scoring 4 runs. We had 2 games where we only scored 1 and they scored 7. Interesting. So 2 and 2 all together. So okay. All right. But this was a wild game, and I think, let me double check. I think this may have been a Sunday when we scored so many runs that game. Let me double check. This was the 27th, right? Of June. Okay, that was a Friday. But we did play them on Sunday the 29th, and we won 5-1. Interesting that it didn't show that though. So we're actually 3 and 2. I might take a chance on us getting 4 runs tonight. Let me run the Caesars real quick. Let me see what that value is. Like I keep saying, guys, I take risks. Some of my risks hit, some of them don't. Yesterday's risk didn't hit, or at least if I had taken a couple of them on a straight pick, they would have hit. And like I said, a few of the batters that I looked at for home runs, a few of them did hit home runs. I just didn't put them down on the ticket. I put them down for other stuff. They came through. It's just that the other batters didn't do like the HRRs and the total bases I need. My 4-leg 2 total base pick missed by 1. It was Colt Keith. He did not get, if I remember correctly, I think it was him that didn't get the 2 total base. So if he would have gotten it, it would have cashed. All right. So we are a minus 154 on Caesars for 4 runs. So I'll take that. I'm going to take the chance. That's the first part of the slip. I'm going to take a chance for my O's to get 4 runs today in the second game, beginning of the second game. And let me see. So I think Philly scored 10 runs and Angels scored 6 yesterday. Let me double check. Okay, so I was off. I was off by 1. So Philly scored 9 runs and Angels scored 5. Now per the series, they're both scoring 4 or more runs, which is great. The over has hit back-to-back games. So let's see. Okay, so Suarez does not allow hardly any runs over the last 5 games. He's technically, 4-1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 4-1 to not allowing 4 runs. While Soriano, last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-0 when allowing, 4-1 when allowing 4 runs. So the best bet would be Philly. And I think I got it. Let me look at like I said, I wanted to be just a quick, as fast as possible, quick little 2-leg real quick. See, Philly is minus 225. So I parlay that together, it's a plus 138. Just put a quick buck down to get back. Or I might just add it, just to get back. Yeah, there we go. Put $1.05 down to get back 250. Locked it in. Oh crap! I forgot to. It's okay. Got the screenshot. This is just from my records. Okay. All right, we're good. So Baltimore O's 4 runs. Philadelphia Phillies 4 runs. Caesars plus 138. And that's that. All right. Now let me relook at the dog of the day real quick, because I think I'm going to do a dog of the day on a Sunday. Again, it's a Sunday. Probably may not hit. That's who it was. It was the Athletics. Let me relook at them again. I think they were... Are they the favorite? Actually, they're the favorite. Never mind. No, they're not the favorite. They are the dogs. Plus 108. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Springs, when he pitches, he's pretending to just winning the game. When he pitches, it's actually 4-1 when he pitches in the game, when he's a starting pitcher. While Cleveland, when Williams is pitching, 0-2, 0-3, 1-4. So 1-5 when he's pitching. Let me look at the head-to-head real quick. No info. I'm just gonna go on ahead. I'm just gonna take the Athletics to win this game. I don't have. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I'm on Caesars. I'll probably just do it over on Caesars because I have extra bucks here. Let me see. Athletics. Where'd it go? 140. Where's the game? Here we go. Huh. Let me do DraftKings, because they're actually tied on Caesars for -110 when I'm literally trying to push for the Athletics themselves. Actually, no, the Athletics are favored. What was I looking at that said that they were? Okay, I guess this is better. I guess this is fine. DraftKings has them -112 to Cleveland's -109. I'll do that. I'll just put. We'll do that. Athletics to win the money line -112 on DraftKings. We'll do that. Like I said, I tried to be faster at this pick here. At these couple of picks, so we can dive into. Like I said, I did not place any other. I didn't place any player props at all. So let's prepare to do that now. Let's see if anything updated as far as lineups. Okay, we got Baltimore, Pitt, Mets, and Chicago. Okay. Mets. Come on, laptop. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Mets in Chicago. Okay. All right. Let's see what we were working with here. So Tampa are more green as far as their info. I mean, sorry, apologies. My O's are more green compared to Tampa. Now, Trevor is giving up a lot of hard hits, percentage-wise, more than what Ryan is doing. Trevor's a lefty, Ryan's a righty. Let me kind of scroll on and see what we're doing with this one. So Toshman for the White Sox. I think he did something yesterday. I think it was, because I was considering looking at it, but I didn't. Sorry, my laptop is slow today. I had to reset it because I left it on overnight and it decided to bug out. So I had to restart it. Okay, so Toshman doesn't have any info, but he's 0-2 against Andrew. He's mostly red against the pitch mix. Come on. There we go. Alright, so during the day he's green, and away he's green. 50-50 in the month of July. He's super green on Sundays though. 600 batting. And look at his OPS. It's a 1.02. This is great. 50-50 versus lefties. We just don't know where he's batting per the order though. Where does he? Looks like he mostly bats second, which is still technically green. He just does. It's not showing his stuff. I could have sworn he did something yesterday. Let me pull up the score. If you don't have, it's called The Score. It's an app. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime for anything. You just download it. It gives you plenty of information. It's just that you're putting in more of the work. Yeah. So yep, he did. So Tauchman had five HRRs yesterday on top of 2 total bases. Because he had a hit. The hit turned into 3 runs automatically. 3 RBIs. His plus looks like I think it was Vargas, whomever. I think Till maybe. Till had 4 HRRs. Vargas had 3. Robert had 5. Robert, I think he had back-to-back. Yeah, he had back-to-back games where he had 5 or more HRRs. So actually, no, he had 6. He had 6 HRRs yesterday, and 7 HRRs on the 18th. So Till is doing his thing. I mean, excuse me, Robert is doing his thing against the Pirates, against my hometown team. So let me look at Roberts here, because something was telling me to put him down yesterday, and I didn't, and I missed out. So now he's facing off against Andrew, where he actually does well. He actually has a home run against Andrew. But that's the thing with his splits. You would sit back like, oh, like I probably wouldn't put him down, but he does have a couple of green splits. What are the green splits? The month of July, he's doing great. Look at his OPS, 1.10, 1.10 basically. Because that's the OPS is what you look for as far as what you can consider more than likely a batter going out there and hitting a home run. Shoot, look at his post All-Star stats. Look at that average, 667. Slug is over 1,000, and his OPS is almost sitting at 2. It's 1.94, right? So Saturday he bats. He sucked at batting on Saturdays, but he did well yesterday, right? But he still sucks on Sundays. Like his better day of batting is Fridays, which he technically didn't do anything on Friday when I look at his stuff. Well, no, I'm sorry. He did do great on Friday. I apologize. That's my fault. So yeah. But again, his split versus lefties is his best split. OPS is just shy of the 1.0. It's a 97. So I'm considering maybe putting him down for. Let me see. And then on top of that, Andrew gives up most of the home runs against the right-handed batters. So Robert for today is probably going to be. I might just take him for a straight pick and just put him down for maybe 4 HRRs today, because that's what he's mainly been getting, a lot of HRRs. Let's see. It's the weak spot. But that's the only thing he doesn't. Okay, so I apologize. So they haven't confirmed the lineup for the White Sox just yet. They haven't, but they have for the Pirates. And look at the weak spot for Aaron. Look at how beautiful the green is, right? It's a good portion of the batting order. His worst pitching spot is where Brian is sitting. Brian does hit home runs. It's third. His OPS is super high on the third batter. Second highest is first, which is Spencer. Interesting enough, though, Spencer has the lowest OPS. He has the lowest slug, batting first. This is all info, batting first, and the lowest ISO. Looks like no, second lowest, because Kennifer has the lowest under the 1. He's a lefty. He hasn't hit a home run in a while. He's struggling to get HRRs. Struggling to get total bases. But against Aaron, he has a home run against him. It was a 1 hit in 13 pitches. Let me see. Hard hit is 20. Pool is 20. He just sucks. But again, like I said in yesterday's stream, I've seen batters with this info where they're all in red, literally all in red, pretty much practically all in red versus the pitch mix, and they go out there and hit a home run or two in that game because they were literally sitting in the weak spot. So just kind of want to throw that out there because, again, same thing with the info that I just said, the information I just talked about. I've seen batters where their OPS, all of that, they had the lowest of everything as far as the weak spot. And like I said, they go out there and hit 1 or 2 home runs, multiple HRRs. So it's just something that you want to consider possibly still looking to take. Now Reynolds, he is batting great against Aaron. In 55 pitches, he has 5 hits, 2 of them a home run. He's mostly red, though, against the pitch mix, though. But his pool is 60, 40 hard hit. He has a 60 ground ball. So you can consider still putting him down for, say, total bases. Let me see what his doubles look like. So he's had 3 straight games of doubles, at least 1. So had I seen this stuff yesterday, I would have probably put him down for a double yesterday. But I wasn't looking at his info. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me look at his splits. So he's green away. He struggles during the day, though. Struggles in the month of July. He's 50-50 on Sundays. Struggling versus righties. And 50-50 batting third. But per the data, per the info, he just might hit a home run a day against Aaron. But again, per a lot of this info, Andrew would be the one. The White Sox would be the team that you would more lean towards because he gives up the most home runs as a pitcher. So just kind of throwing it out there. So the best bet so far is Robert. More likely going to probably put him down for, say, 4 HRRs on a straight bet. Let me look at Miguel. He had 4 total bases yesterday. Son of a... He's green against Andrew. Okay. His hard hit is 60, which is great. He's getting under the ball. He's 50-50 away and during the day. He struggles in the month of July. 50-50 on Sundays, but his slug is 549. He has an 899 OPS, though, on Sundays. So he has 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. Let's see. He only has 1 RBI. He has 3. He had 2 doubles yesterday. There were a lot. That's the thing, guys. There were a lot of doubles yesterday. That's another thing that I want to push for, and I'm probably going to focus on doubles on Tuesday. I may look at a double or something like that tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to look for anything today. But Tuesday, like I said, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are more than likely going to be the days where I put maybe like 6 picks down. And like I said, today, because it's Sunday, I'm probably only going to do maybe 4 picks in total. I already have, well, I would say as far as like player props, that'll be my main goal. And maybe like two of those 4 would be straight bets. I already have 1 straight bet. I'm looking for another one right now. I'm kind of looking for a batter to get 5 total bases. Look at Nick. Nick did his thing yesterday. I could have sworn he did. Yeah, he had 5 HRRs yesterday. So there's my favorite number. This is 46. Even though it's 4, it's 2 separate. Still technically like connected to me. So 46 is my favorite number. So his ground ball is 60. So he's getting singles more recently. He did great. He had 2 singles. He had a double yesterday. Basically had 3 hits yesterday, I think. Yep. One RBI. So he did great yesterday. Because Nick was in the weak spot yesterday. He didn't go yard yesterday, but he at least did his thing HRR wise. So I missed out. Like, I looked at his stuff on the stream, but I was just like, I don't know about Nick. All right, so he's struggling during the day in the month of July and on Sundays. So his better day was Friday and Saturday, really. Versus righties, he does well. Interesting enough, his OPS is super high when the team is ahead. 1.20. Interesting. Batting fourth, he does decent. So who knows for sure what he could do. No, Neil he's in the weak spot. He's for the 5th spot. He's a lefty versus a righty. He's 1-8 against Aaron. Mostly green against his pitch mix, though. Hard hit 60, pull 20, ground ball 40. So per his splits, most of his splits are 50-50. Okay, see, I'm more than likely probably not just gonna take Cruz at all. Okay, so you've had 3 straight games of 2 total bases. I missed out on yesterday. Should have put you down instead of Cole Keith. And that would have cashed. 50-50 away during the day, month of July. Sundays, he's 50-50 all across the board. Like literally everywhere. But he's at least gotten hits where he's getting total bases, though, which is what you want. Got 2 doubles, few singles. Oh man, he did great on the 13th, just before the break. Nice. Okay. All right, so I'm waiting for this to happen. Okay. All right, so McKenzie gives up more hard hits against lefty batters. So Gavin was a look for a lot of people over the course of the last 48 hours. He just hasn't done anything that they were expecting him to do. Look at this. He's green away, green during the day, but he's struggling in the month of July. 50-50 on Sundays. 50-50 versus lefties. But he does good enough batting 6th, though. Which is like his 2nd most. He bats the most. His OPS is high enough in the 800s. He might do something today. Let me look at his sorry, I gotta respond to that. I wanted to look at I wanted to see what Gavin did last Sunday if they played. So they played against Philly in a 2-1 loss. So Gavin did not play that game. What about the Sunday prior, which was the 6th? 4-1 win. And he only had one hit. And then on the 29th, 3-2 loss to Cincy. He had 2 hits that game. So he really hasn't done much on a Sunday. So Luis, I keep missing out on this dude. Like, I never look his way, and he does stuff like this. And then I decide to put him on a ticket, and that game is the game that he doesn't do what he normally would do, you know? So it's like I'm considering taking him for a ticket, putting him on a ticket today. So he's batting second. Yeah, see, he doesn't. Yeah. Maybe not. See, Machado would be the. Let's see, nice. Machado would be more of the lean. Okay, he's okay. So Xander is good. He has 2 hits out of 30 pitches thrown to him. One home run. He's mostly green against the pitch mix, which is great. His pool is 60, 40% ground ball. He has a couple of doubles over the last 10 and 4 over the last 20. Okay, so he bats well on Sundays. Look at his OPS. So he's batting 4th. It's a decent enough average and slug per the position. Okay, so he still does struggle against the first batter though. But Fernando's 1 for 7. Okay. See, Fernando would be a great lean towards HRRs and TVs. Maybe even if it's just like 2 for either or. Two total bays. Maybe 2, maybe 3 HRRs on a maybe like a two leg parlay. So Mr. James, you have been cold, sir. Like he's mostly, let's say, Well, not mostly, but he's like one, at least per the main splits, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 2-3, 2. So he's 3-3. It's like 3-3 per the main specific splits. I don't know. I'm like, man, I don't know if I wanna, cause he's been cold. He went, cause he was red hot, as you see, red hot for the month of June, and he went cold for this month. So I may probably more than likely not even consider. Now, CJ, he's been coming through. Look at that. Look at that. He's been coming through, son. His pool is 80%. Great. With his metrics, he just doesn't have any. That's okay. But he's mostly green, right? Yep. Sundays he does well. Versus righties, he's doing well enough. Batting first, he's still doing well enough. He would be the, and it looks like he's technically sort of kind of like on the trend since the 11th. I mean, you could technically say since the, yeah, since the 11th. As far as like saying like getting 3 HRRs. Now, if you're considering doing 2, it's a little bit different. If you just consider doing 3 since the 11th, like he got 3 here on the 11th. He didn't get it on the 12th. He got it the 18th. He didn't get it yesterday. So you would think per the trend, he more than likely would get 3 or more HRRs today. But again, per the actual stats, he's averaging 2 HRRs over the last 10 games. He's 8-2. So that's great. Like, if anything, I would probably put him down for a 4-leg ticket for 2 HRRs, which I probably just might do. All right, so for sure, for right now, I'm more than likely going to put Roberts down for 4+ HRRs on a single bet. Probably just put a couple bucks down on that. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, Chicago just, which is great. That's what I wanted. Let's refresh. Okay, let's relook at Chicago and Pitt real quick. Let me see what's what. So Roberts is actually, let's see what he's doing. I still want to look at Toshman here. Anyway, what's wrong game? All right, so Toshman's batting 5th. All right, so Robert is batting 6th. Now so Andrew struggles with 3rd and 4th batters. Now Edgar hit a home run 2 games. No, yeah, 2 games ago. He did not bat. He didn't play yesterday. Look at that. He had 5 HRRs. He had 6 total bases. Like I said, he had a home run. He had a double. He did almost practically everything. He was just 2 shy of a cycle with the singles and the triple. He had an RBI. He had 2 runs. So he did great 48 almost 48 hours ago. Come on, laptop. That's me clicking too fast. Okay. So he's 50-50 away and during the day. He's been batting great in the month of July. Couldn't find anything for the Pirates game. Like I said, I found a couple of things. So he bats great versus lefties and technically versus righties too. Technically he has the same stats. That's wild. Look at that. 70 at bats for both versus both and 28 hits each. That's dope for. And he bats decent enough. There goes 3-3. He bats decent enough versus or batting 3rd. So that's that. And then Vargas, we just looked at him, but Again, he is more so struggling to really do anything. In the midst of that, he's still doing something though. He's at least getting two or mostly two HRRs. He's just struggling to do anything as far as total bases. He was getting some singles earlier in the month. He had 3 doubles in the last week, but HRs is where he's like comfortable at, and he actually is batting well enough against Andrew currently. So you could. So Robert is in again. Robert is per the 6th spot. He's doing great. So this is it for me. Where I probably would maybe even possibly take Rob to go yard today, excuse me. So let me pull up DraftKings. I want to see where his line is at for four HRRs. I could be even more aggressive and put him down for 5. Let's see. DraftKings HRR. Let me look at his. That's a great spot. So for DraftKings, when I look at total bases, I'm looking at between like 600 and higher, technically like 800 or even higher than that. So he's right in the middle at a plus 70 for 5 total bases. He's hit 5 one time. He's came close twice. So it's just something I'm kind of just throwing out there. But as far as his HRR is concerned, okay, so even Edgar for HRRs, he's a plus 300. Robert is a plus 300 as well for 4 HRRs, and 550 for 5 HRRs. Because again, he's had back-to-back games where he's had 5 or more HRRs against the Pirates. So the question becomes now, do I want to take Rob for 4 HRRs, or do I want to do what he's been doing against us and put him down for 5? I can take the safe bet and put him down for 3. For 4, right? I can even do an even safer bet, do a parlay for him to get 3 HRRs, that's a plus 165, and put him together with, I could even, again, taking more of a risk. I could technically take Edgar. I think he's a plus 175 too. 165, excuse me. So he's a plus 160 for 3. So if I combine those two for 3 HRRs, that's a plus 420. But then if I do Rob for the 3, and then say Nick is lower, he's a plus 145. Nick Gonzalez. What's Reynolds? What's Ryan? He's a plus 145 as well for 3. But again, like I said, I'm more leaning towards Rob for a single ticket. So since Rob has done 5 HRs or more in this series, let me just double check Andrew here. He's not allowing he's not getting a lot of strikeouts. Let's see. So last season he dominated against the White Sox. But again, this was last season. Now, per trend since the 24th, right? He allowed 7 hits on the 24th. He didn't allow on the 30th. He allowed 6 hits on the 7th. He did not allow hits on the 12th. But again, now he is pitching per trend. He probably might allow 4 to 5 to 6 hits today. Now we are, let me just double check. Now we are at home. So when he pitches at home, as you see per the info, he does not allow. That's the only other thing. So this could be a risky bet. This is more likely a risky bet. When he's pitching at home for the season, he's, you know, allowing 4 or less hits at home. Yeah. Looks like over the last 20 games for the season alone, he's only had one game where he allowed more than 4 hits. And that was on the 4th. And I want to say that was around the beginning of the season against San Diego. So Andrew's been handling business at home. So there's a chance that Rob could get shut down today, because he's been one of the hot batters for White Sox. So I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to take this risk. I'm going to take the huge, I'm just going to do it, say screw it. I'm going to take the huge risk because Rob has been dominating with the HRRs. I'm going to put him down for a +5 HRR. This is a +500. Let's put a quick buck down to get back $6. Dang, I did not mean to do that, but that's okay. But I got it. But I got it. We'll see what happens. So that took a while because, you know, I had to really factor stuff in to the info here. I already looked at this game. Let's see. Okay, so Ranger, actually, yeah, I did. I think I put Ranger down on my so this is my 4-leg ticket here for strikeouts. I took Ranger to get 6 strikeouts because that was his. Again, all of these are the best value per the strikeouts per each pitcher. So for Ranger to get 6, it was a -174. Mackenzie Gore -142 for him to get 5. Chris Bubik for him to get 6, -122, and then David Peterson for him to get 5 strikeouts, -136. This is on FanDuel. This is a +747. +747 on FanDuel. I only had like several cents on my FanDuel, and I just said I'm just gonna put 10 cents down and hope we get back, you know, several cents back. So we'll see. Pretty much would still quadruple my win if all the pitchers do their thing. So now here's the thing with this game. These pitchers are these pitchers are hold on one moment. Yes, I did send it. Yep, I sent it in the group text. So these pictures are pretty much like, I would say, like sort of kind of like they're not allowing a lot of hits as far as I can tell. Like Rangers, like he's allowing like 4, and more recently he allowed 5 or more, but he's only allowing like 4. So for most of the season, at least for the month of June, July, he's allowed a little bit more. So this game, because again, the game was a high scoring game yesterday. There's a potential that the game could be a low scoring game today. Again, potential. Because again, we gotta factor in that a lot of times one thing happens one day, and then the next day, like I mentioned with my pick, I had Joe Adele and Barger to go out there and get 4+ HRRs on Friday. They didn't do it. Well, one of them did, the other one didn't. And then yesterday they went out there and got, 4 or 5 HRRs and 6 or more, well, 5 or more total bases. So they just really did their thing yesterday. So could be the same thing. High scoring game yesterday, low scoring game today. Ooh, we got some stuff here. All right, so I took Acuna Jr. for 2 home runs yesterday, and I'm about to mention something that I'm disappointed in myself because I looked at him and then I forgot I was gonna probably put him down and I didn't. So I put Ronald Acuna Jr. down for 2 home runs. He did not do anything yesterday. So the other batter that I did put down, or should have put down, and I didn't do it, was Vopel. Vopel handled business yesterday. Sorry, one moment. So as you see, Vopel had 2 home runs. I looked right at him and I was like, well, he might actually go home. He might actually hit a home run, and yeah, missed it. So yesterday was the better opportunity. Today may or may not, because he may not do anything today. So Goldsmith's in the weak spot. Stanton's in the weak spot. Judge is in the weak spot. Jason's in the weak spot. Marcel's in the weak spot. Harris, he went yard yesterday. Harris went yard yesterday, son. Didn't even look his way. like at all. Okay. Hmm. Man. Man. Look at his stuff. Man, that's wild. He's in the red and he went out there and handled business yesterday. It's just straight dopeness. You see Marcel. Okay. So the question becomes, because he's been cold since after the 12th. Is Ronald gonna handle business today? And he's maybe on a little bit of a trend since the 12th. Like he had 4 HRRs. He didn't have it on the 13th. He had 4 more on the 18th. He didn't get anything yesterday. So per the trend, he might do something tonight or today. Okay, so interestingly enough, he's batting third. Let me look at man, look at that OPS. Look at the slug for Marcus. Maybe Acuna. Let me look at batting first. Second is Judge. Now Judge has been cold too. They've both been cold since the 12th. Okay, Colorado did it. Yeah. See, that's the thing. German, he's a lot more hard hits than Joey does. But he's allowing hits though. He's sort of kind of still getting strikeouts though. He's still struggling against the batters themselves. See, German isn't really allowing that. Well, he's allowing hits. But he pitches well against right and lefties. So Moniak's batting first. He bats better second versus first, but he had 5 HRRs. Well, technically 4 more HRRs over the last 2 games in the series. That's the only thing. Damn, he had three singles yesterday. Son. Wow, wild stuff. Been streaming this whole time. Okay, I just wanted to just look at because they updated their stuff. Look at let's see. Okay, KC's been confirmed. They've been confirmed. So nothing in the weak spot currently, but Jansen has allowed some hard hits recently. So the only batter that I really looked at was Augustin because he's a righty. But he as you see per his info, he's been like struggling to really get anything. He has a 60 hard, 40 ground ball. He's been sort of kind of getting some doubles over the last couple of weeks. But he's struggling batting second. He mostly bats, well, second most. But he mostly bats fourth. I don't know if he's gonna do anything today. Stowers, I'm just gonna stay away from because he struggles against lefties, and as you see per his stuff, he doesn't really do too much of anything versus lefties, even though his ground ball is at 80. He did get a double yesterday. Yeah, as you see, he still does great batting and everything. Splits are practically mostly green, 99% green. It's just that he's facing off against the lefty and he might get shut down. That's why I said Augustin may be more of the look. But let's consider Xavier. Okay, he struggles against lefties. Mostly red against the pitch mix. He did his thing yesterday as far as HRRs with 4. He's 50-50 away and at home. Month of July, he's still been batting really well, though. He's 50-50 on Sundays, struggling against lefties, and 50-50 batting first. So there's that. And again, once again, just like Stowers, he struggles batting against lefties. So that's why I'm like, I don't think I want to take him for anything. Look at Otto here, because Otto did his thing yesterday. He's had 3 straight games of two total bases or more. He's still been struggling though. Okay. So as far as KC is concerned, if you faded them as far as their runs over the weekend, you're up, especially if you took the win from the day before and on Friday, if you took the under and that hit for their runs, and then you took that win, that money, you put it on yesterday, They didn't score so many runs yesterday either. That's another win, right? So, actually, I'm sorry. That's right. They did score 7 runs in the game before. It was the game before that. Look at that. So, they have, one? The last 5 games, they've only had one game where they score 4 runs or more, and that was on the 18th. So they're 1-1 in the series. And they're 5-5 in the last 10 of getting 5 runs or more. So they're taking on junk here, who over the last 5 games pitched, he's only had 1 game where he's allowed, or maybe it was just the bullpen itself, but there's only been 1 game where 4 runs or more have been scored against his teammates, and that was on the 26th against Sanford. But again, Casey, more recently, they haven't been scoring over the last 5 games. They haven't been scoring 4 runs or more. So you technically could still be up over the last 5 games. Could be up. See, the fade that's the thing. To fade, they're under on 4 runs is a +105. That's enticing. So just kind of throwing that out there. Okay. So, Salvador. So, here's the thing about Salvador, right? I looked at his stuff yesterday, and yeah, I didn't put him down, and he went out there and hit a home run. He went out there and got 4 total bases, and he had 3 HRRs. So I slacked. I was slipping on that. Okay. So yeah, there's that. So just want to kind of just put that out there for you all. So the first couple of games have already started. Let me see if anything has occurred. Giants scored. Baltimore scored. So Ramos looks like he brought a run in with Jung Lee. So they both have two HRRs. And in Baltimore, my O's scored. And Holiday hit a home run. So I think I had Holiday down yesterday. I think I did. If I remember, maybe I didn't. But yeah, he was looking green yesterday, but he decided to go out there and hit a home run today. So, and he was in the weak spot. So there's that too. So I didn't even think to put him down on anything. I didn't even look his way. I didn't. No, actually, yeah, I didn't. No, now I'm thinking about it. I didn't really look at Baltimore's stuff at all. That's weird of me. I usually do look at their stuff every time. Very strange of me to not consider my squad. Gunnar struck out. So we'll see what Tampa does. Because I didn't even put anything down for Tampa. Oh, Aranda's not playing today. Okay, so Ronda's not playing today. Yandy's in the weak spot. he might actually get a few HRRs today. Okay. So we'll see what happens. And now it makes me wonder if Cowles is going to do anything because he's in the weak spot. What is 6? Ooh, 1.08 OPS, 729 slug. He has a 706.44. So he just might get like 2 or 3 total bases, 3 or 4 HRRs, maybe possibly going yard today. That's just something to, you know, look at, consider, you know, all of that. Just want to just, all right, not mean to do that. So that's just what you could consider. Look that. All right. So here's the thing. Yesterday during the stream, I did look at the Athletics, and my eyes kept landing on Jacob, but I don't remember looking at his info. And he went out there and had 5 HRRs. He had 5 total bases, and he went yard. So he had 2 hits. So he did his thing yesterday. It was just a random thing because he pretty much had been cold, right? So, like I said, my eyes kept looking at Jacob. It was like my mind was telling me, like, yo, I need to look at Jacob. And I did not. So had I did that yesterday, I would have possibly put him down for some stuff. So, yeah, I missed out. Jose went yard at 4, and he had 4 HRRs yesterday. But he's pretty much green. Yeah, all his info is pointing for him to get another 4 HRRs, maybe 3. He had back-to-back games of 4 more total bases. He had 5 on 18. He's facing off against Jeffrey, who at least allows like 4 hits or more for the most part. He's not striking out as much. He allows a lot of hits to the righties, which Jose can do both. Looks like he bats better against lefties though, and Springer's a lefty. So if anything, I'll probably put Jose down for like a 3 HRR. Now Nick, he's facing off against Gavin. Nick did this thing yesterday and I missed out. He's green again. Gets the pitch mix. He's been doing his thing in the month of July. Once again, same thing. He does his thing on Sundays just like he does on Saturdays. He bats really well against righties. His OPS is great. And is even better batting third, where he doesn't bat the most. So I'm considering maybe possibly putting him down for back-to-back, say 5 TBs. Or 4 HRRs. Okay, Toronto just scored. Vlad went yard. Man. Look at Vlad again. He was not in a weak spot. He's batting third. He finally hit a home run. His best, technically like his best split is versus lefties out of all of his main splits. So yeah, he was due basically. So there's that. So congrats to whomever took Vlad for home run today. Congrats to y'all and Holiday as well. So let's see. So I am actually considering taking maybe possibly Nick for to go yard today because he's literally like green, son. Let me see. Let me see. Look at him again. Well, actually, no. Let me look at Soderstrom too. I don't want to forget about Tyler because he might actually do something. He's had back-to-back games where he didn't do anything. Okay, so he actually does better on Sundays. He bats well against righties. And he bats well batting 6. So he is in the weak spot. Is it the highest? I think that's the highest. Yep. Highest average against the 6th batter. Highest slug. But the lowest ISO. Second highest OPS. And he currently has the highest average, slug, ISO, and OPS per the order for Tyler. But again, Nick is still like right there, right? He might go back to back today. And he's been getting under the ball. So Nick is a plus 290 for a home run. Tyler is a plus 500. All right, give me 1 second. So that's the thing. Even though his barrel is 0, that has no effect on this information. Why? Oh, we're talking about for the last 5. We can even do the last 15, last 10. Like the last 15, he has 13. You're on him for 3 HRRs. So yeah. So HRR wise, again, last 5, he's 2 and 3. The last 5, we're getting HRRs. Like, and when you really look at it, he's technically been getting, per the whole last 10 games. He's literally averaging 3. So he probably more than likely will get 3. So if anything, we could probably do... Let me see. Just trying to pinpoint some stuff. So we could do... we could do... you could do probably even like, say, Butler... because we're going lefty versus righty, because he struggles against lefty batters. We can maybe do like a 3-leg parlay for all of them to get, say, 2 HRRs or even 3 HRRs. Like the best bet for I'm just gonna still consider Rooker. We don't want to not consider Brent. Oh no. I was talking about Tyler Soderstrom. I'm on the A's game. Shoot, look at Brent batting fourth. Look at that. Look at his average 315, 667 slug with a 1.10 OPS batting fourth. And you can still look at his spray chart. Still, like, man. It's just, his Sundays, he, is where he pretty much kind of struggles, so. But you brought up Stevenson. Let me look at since he's right here actually. So okay, so Stevenson is on the weak spot. He's an 8. They go 8. Is what? Hold on now. What is Hold on, son. What is prop? What is prop trying to tell me right now? Okay, McNeil is a lefty. Hold on, y'all. What is prop trying to tell me about Tyler? Because per David's weak spot, it's the only one. It's the 6th spot. Look at that. Look at the OPS, 1.12. Like, and he's a righty. The only thing he does, he has 2 hits against David out of 16 pitches. His ISO is the only thing that's down. He has more green as far as the pitch mix. Now, as far as his metrics, his StatCast, his metrics against left-handed pitchers, he's had literally like almost throughout the last 3 weeks. 3 times he's hit a double out of the last 3 weeks. 2 of those were off of lefties that threw a 4-seam fastball. So I just want to kind of like point that out. And actually, more recently, he had 2 doubles. So I kind of just want to like throw that out there because Tyler might get 3 HRRs today. Now, he's struggling on Sundays, though. Well, technically, he's struggling during the weekend, really, to be honest. His better batting days are Mondays and Fridays. Fridays is his best day to bet to get hits. But he bats well against lefties. And he bats well batting 6. That's his best batting spot. So, for Lance, I might do, say, 2 total base. Because I am considering doing another 4-leg for 2 total bases today. But I'm trying to like hurry up because 130, 140, all that's about to hit. And I want to I already have 1 ticket in for a single bet. I want to do a parlay soon, like within the next maybe 15 minutes. I'm just trying to like really cover a lot of stuff to see what I can really try to find here. So Garrett's pitching. So he did, well, that was last year. He allowed 9 hits against Chicago. He struggles more against lefties, right? So Story. I don't know why I say his name like that. So, shoot. Interesting enough. All right, so out of the 2 for the Red Sox, right? For the weak spot. So, oh shoot, he has more. Okay. Let me just look here. Let me see. So he allows more hits versus righties. So out of everybody per the weak spot, right? Righties are the best spot, but Masataka Yoshida, he is in probably the best spot. Why? Because per this fourth spot where he's batting at, where he specifically bats at, he's 0-5. He actually has the best spot. Why? Because per the actual position that Cade struggles against is at the fourth spot. Look at that OPS, 1.50. So Yoshida is either going to go yard, he's either going to have multiple HRRs, multiple total bases, maybe a double or two, maybe a couple of singles. He might go back to back because he did have 2 singles yesterday, or he just might not do anything and he may go 0-6 per the spot. Now here's the kicker. Here's the other kicker per the spot. He's 0-7 during the day in 7 at bats. That's even more interesting. So this to me, per the data, this is telling me that he's due to do something. He might actually go yard twice today. He might do that today. Look at this, 0-4 on Sundays. This is possibly a great spot. 0-5 batting fifth, like I said, batting fourth. Excuse me. So he might be at the best spot to possibly, because again, it's Sunday. Anything can happen on Sunday. So he just might go out there and actually do something today specifically, and this might be the only day throughout the last 7 days where he's actually did something major, because his best spot was on the 9th out of the last 10 games. And today might be the day where he tops the 9th of July and he gets 6, 7 HRRs, 8, you know what I mean? 6 TBs, 1 or 2 home runs, because he hasn't hit a home run in the last 10. He did hit one in the last 20, but that was literally last year. So this possibly could be the moment where he decides to go out here and do something against Cade. Cade allows a lot of hits, but again, but we're talking about a lefty though. So he actually struggles against lefties too. That's the other thing. That's the other thing we got to point out. He struggles against lefties. So his best pitch is four seam. Right. So let me look at Trevor, because he is in the second best spot, batting fifth. Let me see what he does against the fastball. He struggles against the fastball. So he's doing great in the month of July. He's doing great on Sundays though. Okay. Decent enough stuff. Just been struggling more recently over the last 5 games. He's literally 2 and 3. Okay. And then Carlos. He does great on Sundays. Look at that. What is OPS? 1.09. He just struggles batting 7. Okay. Just trying to get a feel of stuff. Romy. He has a great OPS batting 7. He did not do anything in the last 3 games. He's pretty much on a struggle bus right now. He's still been getting under the ball though, more recently against righties. So during the day and away, he's doing great. In the month of July, he's doing well. He's doing during the day, he does great. Month of July, he's doing great. Sundays, he does really good. He's 50-50 versus righties. Again, he's batting 7th where he does really well. Like really great. So he might be the batter of choice that you could probably take for 3 HRRs today. So Carson, sir, you are in the weak spot. The only weak spot for Garrett. You are a righty, which he gives up most of his hits and stuff against. You're more of a HRR batter, but you're struggling against the pitch mix. Month of July, you're still doing great. Sunday's your struggle. Yesterday was your best spot, and you did not do anything. Sucks. That sucks. Okay. So usually when he does do something, he's usually getting 3 total bases, 3 or more HRRs, when he usually does something. Let's see. See, Kyle did something yesterday. He went yard yesterday. He had 5 TVs. He had 4 HRRs. He did something yesterday. Even though he's struggling in the month of July. Yesterday is his best day to well, second best day to do something. So maybe tomorrow would be something that we can look at for him, because he just might not do anything today. But again, well, when I'm really looking at stuff, he really hasn't had a day or a back-to-back where he's had 3 HRs or more the last 10. And he's only did it one time. That was way back at the last week of June. So there's that info. So, yeah. Pete did his thing yesterday. He went yard. He had 5 TBs. He had 4 HRs. He's 1-1 against Garrett. With his only hit was a triple, that's great. But he struggles batting 5th. Man. See, and I'm probably not going to put him down. So Ian went yard. Like, it was like, they had like 4 or 5 batters hit a home run yesterday. So I'm considering putting Ian down on the ticket. For HRRs. Just kind of take the chance. Again, he's facing off against Garrett, who does allow hits. That's the thing to note. Ian is a switch batter. He might go for batting left today. And that's why I love Prop Finder, because per the info, again, you're looking at Ian's stuff and you're like, oh, like, you would look at his info like, nah, I'm not going to put him down because he's on a struggle bus was pertaining to his stuff. But the one thing that's standing out is him batting 7th. He has a 1.00 basically OPS batting 7th. He has 2 hits out of 4 at bats, 500 all across the board, right? And he just might go out there and get, say, 3 HRRs today in a back-to-back spot. The only thing to note, though, he has yet to do a back-to-back 3 HRRs over the last 20 games. But in 18 pitches against Garrett, he has 3 hits. One of them is a home run. One of them is a 2-bagger, and he does really well. So I would probably more than likely take him down for 3 HRRs, which I'm probably going to do. And I'm probably going to put him with another batter. But again, I'm trying to hurry up because we're under 20 minutes away from 1 o'clock. I want to have something in. I'm just trying to look at a lot of the data so I can make the best decision here on what I want to do for a parlay here. Okay, Willie's in the weak spot. He's actually in the second. Yeah, it's the second spot. So who's ninth? Christian. You haven't done anything. You know, fully on the struggle bus here. But again, it's Sunday. He actually may go out here and hit a home run or two, or have multiple HRRs. Because I keep saying this, guys, you don't want to not consider the bottom of the batting order. Look at this, because Royce is in the weak spot. Okay, so German pitches well. Okay, he bats well on batting eighth though, which is great. This is good. Okay, but let me look at Willie. At least had 2 games where he had 4 more HRRs. Okay, he's struggling batting second. Okay. All right. So, Joe. So McMahon is on a bit of a heater, right? He's had back-to-back games with a home run. Back-to-back games with 4 total bases. Back-to-back games, 4 HRRs. He's 0-4 against Joe, though, in 29 at-bats. He's struck out 3 times. He's mostly in the red against the pitch mix. He's been just, like, struggling to get under the ball against righties. But, again, he went twice. 2 during the series, he's had a home run. He struggles on Sundays, though. Just struggles in general. But he's found a way to get some runs on the board and stuff. So I'm just like, I'm curious about that one. Let me see. Goodman, you bat well against righty pitchers. You don't have any info against him, but you're in a great spot per the pitch mix. Okay. So again, you bat really well against period. You bat well versus either right or left, but this is where you bat the most against. You're still batting well. This is where you got most of your stuff. Man, you had 8 of them things yesterday. 6. So I think you had, 2 hits? 3 hits. You went off yesterday. Okay, so Hunter is a possible pick. Let me look at Jordan. So Jordan's been getting under the ball more recently against righties, that's great. Okay, so you did not do anything yesterday. Okay, but you bat really well batting third. Let me relook at Moniak here. 3 straight games of 3 or more HRRs. At least back-to-back games with 3 or more total bases. He did not. He had a double. He had 2 doubles on Saturday. I mean, excuse me, Friday. But you're green against the pitch mix. All right. I'm curious. I'm considering Moniak and Goodman for a parlay. Look at Mike real quick. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do just for this specific game. I'm gonna do Moniak and Goodman for 3 HRRs. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see what this is. I don't want to forget. I do not want to forget Nick Kurtz. Okay, so Goodman is a minus 125. Moniak is a minus 130. Well, wait, excuse me. Sorry. I apologize. That was for 2. So Goodman is a plus 155. Moniak is a plus 150. Combine those together for parlay. That's a plus 390. Let's do that, shall we? I locked it in. Goodman and Moniak. Plus 390 on DraftKings. Let's hope for the best. So that's that one. Let me go on ahead and let me do this now. I'm going to go ahead and take Nick Kurtz for a home run. He's a plus 290. Hold on, let me double check. See something real quick. Because Outlier may be able to show the better. I don't think. Well, no. What am I doing? What am I saying? Let me. So he's a. Ooh. I see it. There goes the number. Plus 333. Let's do it. Let's hope that number is still the same on BetMGM. I haven't been on BetMGM in a grip in a minute, son. Oh, look at my O's. We're up 4-0. I picked right for us to score 4 runs, so we got the first part of my parlay is good. I'm glad I gotta go in and see what we did though, because I'm not watching the game. Okay. So Nick, it actually dipped up. Nick's home run dipped up 1. I mean, it says 3 333 here, but it actually dipped up to plus 350. So I will take that in a straight up bet. Nick Kurtz to hit a home run, plus 350. Let's do it, huh? So we got that. I had to lock that in. It's just been like literally on my brain the whole time. I'm like, I need to stop procrastinating here. All right, let me go back to the O's real quick because I gotta see. Because what I like to do is when I actually look at the games, I want to see. Okay, so Gunnar. So Westbrook scored. Holiday, he got 4 HRRs. He has 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 RBI, plus the home run. Oh man, Alex Jackson went yard. Let me see. I don't think he was in the weak spot. I don't think so. Oh shoot, I'm in wrong thing. Let me just double check here. No, he was not. Now his OPS was 750. He had a 500 slug. But again, he was just a random, one of those random things. I'm guessing Jackson was like a plus 800 to 1,000 something. Let me just double check here. Let me see. Let's see it on here. So he was a plus 725. So Holiday was a plus 550. Vlad was a plus 375, and Jackson was a plus 725. Okay. All right. All right, so I have Rob in a straight up bet. Kurtz in a straight bet for a home run. Could Manny go yard today? Let me look at his. Oh, hold on now. Let me see. Let me look at. Let me see. .6. So 5.6. Machado's is 5.8. Okay. Machado's best day batting is Thursdays. Second is Mondays. Struggling on Sundays. He, if I remember, he's in the weak spot. If I remember, let me double check. No, he's not. It's Diaz. Is it Diaz? What do you think we should do about it? Diaz. Yo, y'all gotta watch if you've never watched Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence, check it out. It's hilarious. Okay, just something I wanted to look at real quick. I've gone a little bit longer than what I normally do, and I kind of need to hurry up because I'm behind on. I'm really about to end the stream because I'm behind on. I gotta eat lunch and I'm supposed to be going out in a little bit, a few hours. I wasn't paying attention because I was getting too ingrained on everything. So I pretty much looked at a lot of this stuff, a lot of the info in front of me. So Hunter allows hits. He allows more hits against lefties. Yeah, Diaz is it? Now Brian Wu, now he's the last 5 games he's been doing better as far as allowing hits. He's been getting a lot of strikeouts. Funny enough, I didn't put him down for strikeouts. Wasn't paying attention. Seattle, like, y'all don't realize, Seattle Mariners was my squad back when they had Griffey and even Ryan Johnson. Like, oh, that was my squad, man. Like my favorite squad in the league, and I'm like kind of glad that they got some great batters on the team. But Hunter, he still gets strikeouts though. Okay, so but this was what, spring training, I guess. No. This was like the beginning of the season. He shut them down. So, what did Raleigh do yesterday? He had 3 HRRs yesterday. What is he doing against lefties? He's struggling. Well, he's technically struggling against batters in general. But again, I'm glad that my O's did the job today. I just need the Phillies to do the same. Let me look at JP real quick. Okay, you're struggling against Hunter. No. Now you're batting fairly decent on Sundays. No. You are a HRR machine. That is for sure. Let me look at Jorge. You're a HRR machine, but you've been struggling against the cats here. You've been getting under the ball, though. Just don't know where he's batting at. Just something that I'm considering. Let's see. I don't know. They did just confirm Dodgers lineup here. At least the Dodgers. Once again, I'm glad that I did not bet on Will Smith. Looks like he's not playing. But Tommy did his thing. He had a home run, 5 TBs, and 5 HRRs. He did his thing yesterday. Okay. Collins hit a home run yesterday. He had 5 total bases and 5 HRRs. Just a random thing, though. Alright, Otani, that's right. Otani went yard. He had 5. Like, he He even did his thing yesterday. I just don't know if he's going to go back to back or not. Freddie Fred. Cat that's just been just like mucking it up. Can't find the ball. Boy been struggling. So see, I'm not still not really seeing Cheerio. He's taking on Clayton. Clayton allows hits, but he still gets strikeouts. He shut him down on the 8th though. Well, no. He only had 3 strikeouts. And he allowed so many hits. He struggles against lefties. So is it Christian Yelich day? Well, no. Maybe. He does great batting against Clayton though. Even though he's struggling against his pitch mix. Just don't know where he's batting at. He has been struggling in the last few games, though. I might just might. Might consider putting Cheerio down for 3 HRRs on a parlay. Just consider. All right. Miles, you allow hits, sir. In the midst of you getting strikeouts, you allow hits. Merrill, yeah, you're allowing hits, like at least 4, right? But you're still getting strikeouts, though. You struggle against righties. Okay, so Miles struggles. He doesn't struggle. He does great against the batter. But Merrill struggles. So Alex Burleson came through for me on my ticket. He was one of the cats that came through for me. He actually hit a home run yesterday. I remember I was like, yo, your boy, thank you, sir. I had him on my 4-leg ticket for 2 total bases. He did his thing. As you see here, look, he hit a home run, 4-seam, all of that. So that's great. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking about it. Your boy might go yard. Back to back. He hasn't done it yet during the season. We just don't know where he's batting. He mostly bats 5th. Second where he bats is 3rd. But he bats better at 7th. So he's another. I don't know. I might do another single bet for a home run today. He might be that one. Let me see. Brendan. Kind of on the struggle bus, sir. Bat decent on Sundays. You do well enough against righties. Let me see. So Kelly's weak spot is most weak spot is 5th. Has Alec? I don't think Alec's bat. Okay. He just struggles batting 5th though. That's the thing. And yours for Miles is 2nd and definitely 4th. I think Cattell is batting today. I think he is. Okay. Corbin, you did your thing. I remember. I was upset. I was like, Dak, how did I miss him getting these HRRs, son? Look at that. He just hit the ball. He didn't go yard. He had 3 hits yesterday. I looked at his stuff yesterday, and I just did not think to put him down. He even had a triple yesterday. Freaking legend. So he's probably going to be batting first today, more than likely. So I might do another parlay and probably do Carroll and Alec for 3 HRRs. But of course, I have to look at the homie here because I'm hopeful that he can wake up his bat because he's been struggling. So many times I've put him down on a ticket and he hasn't done anything. And then when I wouldn't bet on him for the most part, way back when, you know, back here, he was like, you know, that last week of basically was like the last week of June where I was missing. I was like, yeah, I think I put him down on the 18th, didn't do anything. Next day he did. And I was like, well, let me put him down again, which was the 20th. He didn't do anything. And then he had, as you see, he had 3 straight games where he did stuff. So I'm like, man. Then when I tried to do it again, it was around here when he was only getting 2. And I'm like, man, like I need to, you know, but again, he's on a struggle right now. He's really struggling to get anything. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm hopeful that Josh can maybe even say do something today. So his best day to bat is what? Tomorrow. So I may not even do anything until tomorrow for him. That's probably what I'm gonna probably just wait. So like I said, probably more than likely what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait because this game doesn't start until what? 4:10. So I'm gonna wait until maybe 2:30, and I'm gonna probably put that pick in. But I just want to see what the actual lineups are for the game. Last game. I mean, it's the longest I went in a long time. Okay, Tampa scored. Yanner Diaz has 3 HRRs, 3 total bases. He has 2 hits, 1 run, and 3 total bases. Man. Caminero has 2 HRRs. So, not too much. Cowser has a hit. He was in the weak spot. So, basically, Holiday and Gunner are currently the ones that have something to show for the game today so far. All right, let's see. Ooh, so Jacob doesn't have any info. Ooh. And Scooble's pitching. Spencer, you're technically due. Okay, give me a moment. Spencer is due. He's been getting under the ball. He has 2 home runs over the last 3 weeks against lefties. 1 changeup, 1 fastball. That's what Jacob throws the most. But he's been struggling to do anything, really. Okay. Yeah, give me a moment. I want to look at something real quick. Yo, should I lean towards McKinstry to get 3 HRRs today? It's been a minute. He's been struggling. Let me look at the homie here. You're basically green. Oh, you do well on Sundays. Look at his OPS, 1.10. You do well against lefties, 1.16. Oh, man. Yo, son. Jay, I'm glad he was a focal point of my stuff before he went super cold. Like, I'm glad, like, he just went super cold since. Yeah, back here is when he was, doing whatever he was doing. And like I said, I'm glad that I had put him down for some stuff, and he handled the business I needed to handle at the time. Okay, Javier, been getting on the ball more recently. All right, so for Detroit, for sure, Spencer and McKinstry stand out. Green struggles against lefties. Something told me to really look at Riley yesterday, and I didn't. And yeah, he hit a home run yesterday. I'm swole about that. So yeah, I missed opportunity. Fam, you said oh man, look at Drake. Okay. So Acuna's in the best spot, right? He really is in the best spot because of the what you call it. But Drake is right behind him. Like literally right behind him. Let's see. Yo, your boy does well against the sinker. I mean, excuse me. He does well against the cutter, which dude throws second best, but he struggles against the sinker. Dude doesn't throw the well, he does throw the fastball, but not much. Like not that much. Batting fourth, man. Maybe Acuna and Drake for say a parlay of 3 HRRs maybe. Hold on. Let me look at Matt here, because he didn't come through yesterday. I had him down. I think I had him for 3 HRs. He didn't come through. Now they're facing off against a pitcher that throws more sinkers and cutters. That's the only thing. So interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. They won't do that. So, Jason, you struggle on Sundays, but you bat well on at first, though. Who? 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 Oh, Cody. Yeah. Well, the game's already gone already, so Toronto scored. Okay. So Cody had. Oh, sorry. I apologize. I'm because they both kind of have like similar names. So Ernie Clement, not Cody Clemens. I was thinking the wrong thing. So Bo has 3 HRRs, one hit, 2 RBIs. Okay, Ray scored twice. Jansen went yard for the Rays. He was not in the weak spot. He's batting 7th. Look how low that is. Like non-existent when it's the 7th spot. So this was a random home run for him. He went back to back. Per the series? Yeah, per the series, it went back to back. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I meant to say meant to go towards the Twins, not Toronto. Because sometimes, like I said, sometimes I get their stuff mixed up because they literally, Ernie's last name is Clement, Cody's last name is Clemens. So that's what I was saying. I that's my fault. Okay, so he struggled. Yeah, his was a random home run. Random than the mug. See, Cody's not in the weak spot. This is 4th. But he's still at a pretty much a great spot to possibly go yard today. He's facing off against a righty. But he does well against lefties. But Cody does well against the bullpen. Look at that, 2 for 2. He doesn't have a home run against their bullpen. He does have 12 home runs against righties. So there's that. But he's struggling on Sundays, though. Okay, we just don't know where he's batting at. Okay. He did have the HRRs, though. And the 5 TBs. He just didn't get the home run that I was hopeful for. And that's okay. That's all right. All right. Well, I think that I'm getting ready to end the stream because, like I said, I got to go get some lunch because I'm supposed to be leaving. I'm supposed to be going over my sister's house in a little bit. So, for sure, like I said, I'm going to put Corbin Carroll and Alec Burleson down, more than likely on a ticket for a 2-man, 3 HRRs. Sorry, I'm trying to clear my Discord notifications. Power game's getting ready to start soon. What was the other one that I said? I was thinking Cheerio for sure. Again, probably Acuna, more than likely Acuna and Baldwin on a ticket for 3 HRRs. And yeah, and maybe the other one was who did I say? It was Moniak and Goodman. For 3 HRRs. Just currently at the moment can't see anything for a 2-leg 5 total bases currently right now. I noted that the play, like per the data, the players are like, you know, they're showing the signs for it, but it's the pitchers that they're going against that are kind of like throwing off my choice of who I would probably put down for, say, if I felt really great about said batters to go out there and handle business. It's, you know, me really trying to look at the data and say, yo, like, I feel like these batters will go out here and, you know, handle the business. Now, I could technically, what I'm probably going to do is take 2 batters or take 4 batters per the data and just put them down for, say, 2 total bases real quick or 2 HRRs and kind of walk away from the table and hope for the best. So there's that. Probably going to do. Kyle, sir, I didn't even look your way. Look at this real quick. So is Kyle going to go 3 straight games like he did, you know, at the beginning of the month? Yo, fam, Kyle might go for a 3rd straight game like he did literally a week ago. He might go yard again. I don't think he's in the weak spot though. Okay, Arizona has just been in Seattle actually. Oh, Raleigh. I just looked at Raleigh too. He's actually in the and he's a lefty. He's actually in the spot. But he's 0 for 9 against Hunter though. That's the only thing. I'm trying to hurry up. Really, truly, I'm trying to hurry up because I gotta go eat. Because I gotta get ready to leave in a couple of hours. Okay. So Josh is I want to put Josh down so badly, dog. I really want to just I really do, but he just might not do it tonight. Yeah, Schwartz. I really want to. He's been one of the batters that I'm like, yo, like his stuff is green, blah blah blah. He's in the spots, you know, and he just hasn't been able to find the ball. But today might be the day that he does it. And if I don't take him, and I'm gonna be, you know, swore that I missed it. Because he's right. He's literally right there in the 4th spot with that OPS at a 1.14, man, 1.14. Son of a. Oh, you know what? I'm slacking. Oh, whoa, Adrian. Whoa, sir. Whoa. You have a OPS of 1.37. Average 625, 750 slug, 5 for 8. 5 hits out of 8 at bats. Sir, look at your green. Whoa. Yo, son. He doesn't. You can tell he's not at bat that much, but when he is, look how beautiful this is. He's not in the weak spot though. He's batting 6. He's still at a decent enough spot though. But this dude, hold on, dog. Hold on, man. Let me. This Arizona. Hold on, dog. I gotta hurry up. Cause I got. What's his name? Castillo. Okay, so he's only batted 2 games today. 2. I mean, in this season, 2 games. June 18th, and this is for the series itself, looks like. June 18th, he had he had 6 HRRs, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 RBI, and 3 total bases. Yesterday, he had 3 HRRs, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 total bases. I'm really considering about maybe possibly because it looks like he just might get 3 more total bases. Now this is interesting because he has actually batted throughout the month, but on the score is only showing him batting twice. He actually does really well against Miles. Dog, what is his do they have anything? Where's his hold on, let me go back up. I'm really about to put him down for a home run. Like, I'm about to just say screw it, son. He has no info. Hold on, man. Hold on, dog. This would be probably the final pick. He is a plus 550 on DraftKings for a home run. Plus 360 for, say, 4 HRRs. And he has a plus 850 for 5 total bases. Dog. There's no info. Maybe I was reading. Who was I looking at that had? I was just looking at it wrong or looking at somebody else. But yeah, I look. See, Perdomo was even doing this thing too. Don't want to forget about this cat. Look, I gotta get out of here because I gotta eat lunch. I'm way behind. It's 1:30. I'm super behind. I gotta hurry up. Yeah, see, look, just in the at bats that he's had a lot of singles and 1 double. He's gotten on the ball twice when it's pertaining to 300 or more. So I'm just like, yo, son. He might be the gem, the diamond in the rough, as Jafar would say on Aladdin, second favorite Disney movie of all time. He's a lefty too. Dog, I'm about to just. I'm not about. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just put him down for a home run, and I'll also. I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna just take the chance. It's either I'm. It's either. Because again, Josh is like the main one that I want to bet on. But first and foremost, let me do Corbin Carroll. And let me do Alec Burleson. There's not. But I technically have the info. The gist of it is that down here in the 2 games that he has hit, or the 2 days for the weekend, he's, you know what I mean, he had what, 7 HRRs in on Friday, and but he did have 3 yesterday. He had a double yesterday. So I'm figuring that he probably is in the best spot to say get maybe 3, maybe 4 HRRs today. Because again, Miles still allows hits against lefties. Even though he pitches great against lefties, he still struggles to pitch in general per his mix. So I just, you know what I mean, I'm personally feeling like your boy might be a sleeper pick. Because again, look at his OPS. 1.37. He's literally the best spot, literally the best spot per the entire weak spot lineup. And he's not even, he's on the outside. So he's batting 6. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I personally feel like he can maybe go out here and get 4 HRRs today. So I'm going to just go ahead and put him down for 4 HRRs. It's a plus 350. Wait, hold on. Let me. Okay, yeah. And I'm done because I gotta go get lunch, and I gotta, you know what I mean, I'm way behind because I'm supposed to be getting ready to leave in basically a couple of hours. So I logged that in. Plus 350, son. I logged it in. Give me that. Alright. We're good. I'm out. I'll holler at y'all. Fam, I'll probably hit you up in a little bit. But thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. Swaggy, if you're still here, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. All of that. It was fun. It was great. No stream tomorrow. I'll be busy tomorrow. But other than that, I'm out. Yes, his slug is great, but I'm out. I'll holler at you later. Peace. I'll stream on Tuesday for Dinger Tuesday for sure. But I'm out. I'll holler at you later. Peace.